Right. So I said this once before. It was slightly off kill, but it's the same thing. Um, if you lived in a house, right, and you found not a mouse, I'm on about a fucking rat, right? If you found a rat, you've got two choices: you kill it or you don't. If you don't kill it and you say to yourself, "I'm going to keep this rat," I'm going to feed it. I'm going to give it like nice food, like cheese, like a little bit of tuna, like cat biscuits, whatever rats eat, right? And you're going to say to yourself, because that way it won't destroy my home. It won't chew my furniture. It won't chew my carpets or my clothes or anything, which is fine. And for the first, little bit of time while that rat's in your house, that's what happens. You feed it nice food and it's quite happy. But then what does that rat do? He goes out into the alleyways where he lives and it tells its mates. And it's like, do you know what? This person is a bit of a mug because she's feeding me nice food. It's simple. We just don't touch the furniture. So you rat brings its rat mates back. And for a bit, they carry on eating nice food. And you've suddenly got 4, 5, 6 rats coming in, eating nice food, and not destroying anything. But then one day, them rats are like, do you know what? I really like the taste of cardboard. I really like the taste of chewing through a bread bag. I really like the taste of getting through cardboard boxes and eating what's inside. I like snuggling under carpets and chewing the bottom of the furniture and hiding in the sofa and stuff. All the while, you're still there giving this rat what it wants. You're giving this rat the nicest things you could even think. You'd probably even bought it like a little blanket to snug in, thinking it's not going to chew yours. But after a while, like I say, them rats are like, do you know what? I want to chew the sofa because that's what I'm used to. I want to shit in the bottom of the kitchen cupboard. I want the things that I want. I want the things that I like. And then, so one rat does, then the second does, then third and fourth, fifth. But once they've eaten your house, they're like, So they chew through the walls, because rats can do stuff like that, chew through wood, get through cement and stuff. And they go off to next door neighbours. And they don't even bother waiting around for nice food. They just go straight into what they want. They go straight into wanting the carpet, the boxes in the cupboard, the bin bags, everything. They want to go. They want to live their own life, and they start doing it. And before you know it, your terrace house or your street of houses is inundated with filthy vermin that are coming in and just taking over because they decided that as well as nice as you made it comfy for them, they want what they enjoy. Right. Where I'm going with this is this. You import third world people. You allow illegal migrants into your country. Right? Right, we do, like there was nearly 1,000 on Saturday alone, come over on boats. Right? We let them in, we put them in. I mean, the ones local to me in Hull, they're in like one of the poshest hotels in Hull, go in. And they're giving everything. They're giving mobile phones, they're giving gyms, they're giving food vouchers, they're giving cosy houses, especially when our pensioners are being frozen to death by Granny Starver. But after a while, when they're out in the countryside or out in your little villages and your little towns, they're like, you know what? I want to be able to take a shit in the fish pond. I want to be able to mess about with little girls because that's what we do at home. We don't understand. There was a guy on the news. He got away with molesting a child because in his country it was lawful. Sorry, mate, you're not in your country, you're in my country, our country. Our Great Britain, or once was Great Britain. So, like I say, so the message is really, you import third world, you end up with third world, and it's been imported for so long now. Excuse me, and it's not just this Labour government. If anything, it goes back to the '97 Labour government under Tony Blair, because he was the one that opened the borders. And then from then on in, consecutive Tory governments for 14, 15 years did the same. Nobody stopped it, thinking, what we'll do is we'll educate these people, we'll bring them in, we'll educate them, and we'll make them realise that our cultural civilization is far better than what they do. But in our country, we don't have sex with 12-year-old girls. We don't have mass gangs of men going around taking girls off the street, grooming them, selling them on, prostituting them, drugging them up, making them into mules and all that shit, and then discarding them when they're, 14, 15, when they're a little bit too old. So it might be Some people might find it a fine line, but like I said, go back to the rat analogy. You can look after rats for so long, and if they lose, they'll soon want to do their own thing. They'll want to shit in your cupboards. They'll want to chew your sofa, lay underneath the sofa. They'll want to make more babies and have more rats that don't grow up respecting the fact that you fed them. They just want to go out because it's in their nature. If you're a feral vermin or feral animal, it's in your nature, and you will never adapt. That rat, once it's had enough of being tamed or being looked after, it'll have enough and it'll want to go and do its own thing. And like I say, and that's what we're getting in Great Britain today. We're getting to the point now, like I said, we've been letting them in for 27 years, right? Tony Blair in 97 started it. But, you know, you go back to Enoch Powell, the stuff he was saying way back, with the rivers of blood and all that. It takes time, but these things will happen. And that's why our country now is becoming a third world cesspit. Because we've let third world cesspits and cesspit users in. So, like I say, invite a rat in, get a rat infestation. Invite a third world piece of vermin in, get a third world piece of vermin infestation. You have a choice. We have choices to make now. This new government ain't going to change a thing. You know it's not. It's already giving shit away, selling people off, killing old people. It's not going to do nothing about this because it's good for. It looks good for them. So yeah. So I'm just watching. Talking of vermin, I feed pigeons, but they stay outside. Hey, they're fighting. But yeah. So it's it's just a little heads up. Think how it works. Think how it goes. If you'd got rid of that first rat, or put the trap down so no more rats came in, then you wouldn't have that rat problem in the first place. If we'd deported illegals when they first start coming in, or just turn their boats round, in the middle of the channel, turn their boats back round, send them back to, they've travelled through 12 different countries to get here from like Yemen or Albania or Afghanistan or wherever. They've actually travelled through places that have got nicer weather, nicer temperaments than us. But, so yeah, it's time we start turning them around. Stop the boats, turn them around, and don't let any more in. Get rid of the ones we've got, the ones that don't bring nothing to us, the ones that want to change us, get rid of them. And, like I say, let's get back to having a Great Britain, not a piece of shit that should be on the arse end of the Middle East or wherever. Man out.